Hi there, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Finance Success. My name is John, and today we're going to be delving right back into the cryptoverse, and I'm going to be telling you the biggest news for Bitcoin in 2020. So, it all begins with this company called MicroStrategy, and they're a pretty big company at this point, $1.5 billion. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically a business and analytics software company. They do analytics for businesses that come to them and how to interpret their data with AI. And this company, I think in the summer, they announced that they have right around $500 million on their cash reserves in their balance sheet. And they were saying that they plan to put it into ulterior assets. And on the email, or in the press release, it included such assets like Bitcoin at the very end. And in the crypto community, this blew up. That we might have a publicly traded company buying Bitcoin for their cash reserves. And this was absolutely crazy. And then 2 weeks later, we found out actually that MicroStrategy already bought $250 million worth of Bitcoin. And the CEO was even cited saying Bitcoin is superior to cash. And this was huge. And why am I bringing this up? Well, considering this was August, the reason I'm bringing it up is because a couple days ago, MicroStrategy announced they bought already another $175 million worth of Bitcoin, increasing their holdings to $425 million, making it their number one cash reserve, Bitcoin. And this is absolutely huge. This is the first publicly traded company to do it. And it really is unprecedented. Why is this huge, you might ask? Sure, it's $400 million. That's a lot of money, but that's not enough to make Bitcoin moon. Well, the reason it's big is because what happens when other companies start following suit? They see how governments around the world are doing massive stimulus and massive inflation just to sponsor that stimulus. And when they see something like MicroStrategy has already bought Bitcoin, they might do it as a competitive edge. Because if they don't hold it, they could be missing out on the ship. So let's just think of companies right now. If you look at Apple, they have almost $200 billion worth of cash on hand. That's a lot of money. You really think they want to keep it in cash that's deflating away every year? Or maybe put it in the hardest asset ever, Bitcoin? Or even Microsoft with $136 billion. That's a lot of freaking money. And Microsoft earlier in the year was already putting some games on Ethereum's blockchain. So they're already into crypto. They see the importance of it. Maybe they might start adding not even Bitcoin, but even Ethereum. You know what that would do to the price if they put $1 billion in? Bitcoin's price right now is only $200 billion. $1 billion would make it go up a pretty substantial chunk, especially if news broke that a really big company like this has been adding it to their balance sheet. Now, or even Amazon, for Pete's sakes. All these companies have a lot of cash on hand. So much cash, and we're going through times of inflation. And hyperinflation is right around the corner. You look at all the economists, and they're saying it's not going to be good. Amazon's got $72 billion. You don't think they're going to add any in the future to something like Bitcoin or other blockchain or cryptos? Because guess what? I already told you this, but Amazon has their own blockchain. It's crazy. You look at where Bitcoin was in 2017 versus where it's at now. Before, Bitcoin could have been seen as nerd money for the retail investors looking for a speculative asset. But now, in 2020, we're seeing publicly traded companies start to add Bitcoin into their cash reserves. Not only that, making it their #1 asset on holding. Now, this is a small story, but it's a humongous story if you look at the pictures. Piece it together, people. Bitcoin's here for the long haul. You could either get aboard now or you could buy it at the higher prices. And that's basically all I had. It's a short thing to say, but the implications of it are huge. And with that, I'll peace out and I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and please give me a comment down below on what you want to see the next video of. Alright, and with that, I'll see you next time.